What's up, Exo? The Weekend. Now, when I say that, what comes to mind? Now, The Weekend's been around for about 10 years or so, and over that time, The Weekend has managed to grow as an artist. He's managed to take many different forms and styles as he released new music. And inherently, that brings in many new fans and many different types of fans. Now, what I'm doing in this video is I'm going to break down the many weekends, the many different styles and characteristics that The Weeknd has taken on over the course of his past decade-long career. I've kind of did a character, I wouldn't call it a character study, but somewhat along that lines, and found 5 characteristics of The Weeknd. And I want you, when I'm done with this video, to let me know which variation or version of The Weeknd do you like the best. And I shall tell you which one is my favorite as well. Now, with that being said, let's go XO. Now, the first version of The Weeknd is Exo version. Now, this version of The Weeknd can only be characterized by saying, bring the drugs, bring the 707 out, bring the party and the after party. Let's do this. The Exo Weekend this is the one that many of the OG EXO fans stumbled across, and one that even for his newer stuff he's kind of tapered down a lot, but there's some elements in his newer stuff. The EXO Weekend, he's very party oriented, very drug infused, and very well, a lot of fans have come up with this term, an angel's voice with the devil's words. That's what this variation of The Weeknd is. And some songs that kind of bring that out is EXO the host, initiation, I get out a test for you. You say you want my heart, baby, you can have it all. It's just something that I need for you, is to meet my boys. Songs like Gone. And for stuff that's more newer now, songs like Faith, songs like Gasoline, where he's detailing if he ODs, where he's detailing those, it's 5 a.m. my time again, the time of night, those just never-ending parties, songs like that, and I can go down a long list of these type of songs. Perhaps this one's kind of underrated. It just kind of, But perhaps one of his other songs where it's very much like that is Heaven or Las Vegas. They say they want heaven. They say they want God. I say I have heaven. I say I am God. Stuff like that. This is Abel at his peak. Life of the party. This is EXO Abel. Very drug infused, very toxic, very just angel's voice, the devil's words. Now let's go into this next variation of The Weeknd. This one I like to call Heartless. Now it's somewhat close. Like I said, a lot of these variations of The Weeknd can overlap with each other. This Heartless one right here, this one can kind of overlap with EXO. Now this Heartless one, it's where it's characterized as Abel or The Weeknd emotionally abusing women and also just being a free spirit, Now, what are songs that kind of fit this realm or fit this character? You have The Birds Part 1, The Birds Part 2. Don't you fall in love. Don't make me make you fall in love. Cause I ain't gonna be there to catch you when you fall. You got songs like Remember Me. You have songs like Or Nah. Songs like Till Dawn. Abel. This one. Songs like Starboy. And even the song Heartless itself. Where the Weeknd's clearly letting you know, I am a free spirit. I'm just a bird. 'Cause unlike you, I have nothing to hide. I don't pretend to have any shame. The Weeknd's letting the world know. He's letting us all know that he is a free spirit. And that he does not care. He's just a bird. This is a great version of Abel too. So we've got many great lines in this respect. Now the next variation of the Weeknd is, or character of the Weeknd is, damaged goods. Now what is this one? This one is often a very self-reflective Weeknd. He's very self-reflective of his ways and his behavior. And songs that very much identify with this is songs like Out of Time, where he's reflecting on his life and his past and his treatment of this woman. And now that he's learned from his ways and realized that he's out of time. Songs like Scared to Live, you know. And if it held you back, at least it held you close. Songs like Tears in the Rain. She has no recollection of the life she had without me. Songs like Adaptation and After Hours and Too Late and Hardest to Love and Angels. I hope you find somebody. Hope you find somebody to love. Songs like that. This one right here, this one is a heartthrob because Abel lets you know he's a very toxic person. And he can't change his ways. It's way too late. He's just very reflective, self-reflective. This is one of the best versions. All of these are the best version of the Weeknd. This is damaged goods right here. This one's will hit you in your feels. Now, let's go on to the next version. Now, the next version I like to characterize as Stargirl. Now, with this characteristic of the Weeknd's, Abel meets his match. This is where he meets a woman that's the female version of him. Songs like 6 Feet Under, Fall So On. Songs like Secrets, In Your Eyes, The Knowing, Belong to the World, As You Are, Love to Late, Prisoner. I can go all day with this one. Heck, Montreal. Listen to that one right there. Cause she really gets into Montreal. Songs like this, the Weeknd, like I said, he's meeting his perfect match. Someone that's gonna do him how he does women. You know, and more often than not, sometimes these women are more heartless to him than he is. Or at least he shows his more vulnerable sides in some of these songs, and they really take him. Even Acquainted. Even the song Acquainted. But songs like this one, it's always nice and refreshing to hear Abel meet his match. Because, I don't know, it's just something about that. Now, the last variation of the Weeknd that I'm going to go with, or that I've kind of characterized. Now, this one is Abel. Now, Abel is the lover boy in this variation or characteristic. Now, what are some songs that kind of fall into this realm? I'm going to Die For You, Nothing Without You, Call Out My Name, I Feel It Coming, Earned It. These are songs where Abel's very much detailing, very much putting his heart on. He's telling this person how much he loves him, how much he wants. These are effectively the Weeknd's love songs. These are the Weeknd's love songs. These are where he's putting his heart out there, his vulnerability. He's very, like I said before, he talks a lot about partying and drugs. He talks a lot about being heartless, the damaged goods aspect. He also does have aspect of where he's just himself, Abel, and just him using those beautiful angelic vocals, giving us a straightforward, amazing love song. Now those are my 5 versions of the Weeknd, or 5 characteristics of the Weeknd. Now that we're at the end of this video, I will say my favorite version of the Weeknd. I'm not going to cheat and say all of them, because all of them are my favorite, but my favorite version of the Weeknd is obviously the Exo version of the Weeknd. Where you bring the drugs, bring those 707 now, and let's get going. You know, I love the life of the party, stuff like that. You know, I just love when Abel's being heartless and he's giving us those songs like King of the Fall, you know, Angel Voice, lyrics. But yeah, with that being said, those are my 5 characteristics of the Weeknd, you know. The XO version, the Heartless version, the Damaged Good version, the Stargirl version. Hey, comment which variation they would use.